Hi there, everyone. This is Mark Plunkett again, the pastor of Heritage Presbyterian Church, with another of our weekly devotionals. This one talking about some of the parables that Jesus liked to tell. Now, whenever Jesus told parables or stories that teach a lesson, that's what a parable is, a lot of times he liked to talk about very common things that people would understand. Like he told a story about how every single person, every single one of us, no matter how low we may be, is important. And the parable that he told was about the woman who dropped a penny somewhere in her house. And so she lit a lamp and she cleaned the entire house and she found it and she rejoiced when she found it. All right, so everybody could understand you losing a coin. We've all had that happen. Jesus also liked to talk about things that were outdoors, things that were out in nature that everybody understood. And he talked a lot about harvesting. Even though Jesus himself was not a farmer, he was a worker, a tekton, or he's known commonly as a carpenter, but more like a jack of all trades, a handyman kind of a thing. All right? But Jesus understood how crops worked. You know, that you planted seeds, you hope the birds didn't eat too many of them, you hoped it rained just right, you hoped that you put it on the right kind of soil, and then it would grow. All right, so Jesus told all kinds of parables about that. But one of the times Jesus told a parable about somebody that had sown all kinds of seeds and it was growing up just fine, except his enemy went in the night and spread all kinds of weeds all over the place. He took seeds from weeds, not good seeds, but bad seeds, and spread them all over the place. So when the crops came up, and they came up just fine, the weeds came up with them. And so the workmen went to the master and they said, "What do? We have all these weeds coming up." And the master said, "Don't worry about the weeds. If we pull them up, we're going to pull up the crops too. So let's don't do that. Let's wait until it's time for the harvest. And then we will gather everything. And then we'll separate. We'll put the good stuff over here, the wheat that we have sown, we'll put that over here. And the weeds we'll put over here, and we'll bundle them up and we'll burn them in the fire." What he was really saying was, out in the world, there's a mixture of things. And the enemy, let's see now, who could the enemy be? That would be the devil. That would be Satan. He's always up to something. And I could just see him taking a perfectly good thing and sowing a bunch of wickedness in it, seeing if he could stir everything up and ruin it. And so Jesus compared that to, what if a farmer took seeds and spread them all over the place and everything was growing just fine, only to find out that the enemy, Satan, had spread a bunch of weeds all over the place. Oh my gosh, what do? Forget about the weeds and concentrate on the good crops. See, I think there's a lot of wisdom in that. If you're somebody that has a lawn, you have a lawn, all right, and your grass isn't growing very well. I heard a long time ago, forget about the weeds. Fertilize the good stuff. Water the good stuff. And the weeds will grow, yes, and the regular grass will grow too, but the regular grass will choke out the weeds. Don't worry about the weeds, in other words. When Jesus told us to do that, that was really good advice for lawns. It was good advice for farmers. It was also good advice for life. Let's don't worry about the weeds. Let's concentrate on the good things. Let's let the master, when he gathers everything and everybody, let's let him worry about the weeds, okay? We're not the ones that are supposed to be judging anyway. Remember that? So let's just concentrate on what we're supposed to do, and let's let the master take care of the weeds. Amen.